All right, so today is the 9th of October, and it's one of the best days, one of my favorite days of the year. Today is my daughter Lyric's birthday, and on this particular day, I had the illustrious honor of spending a whole lot of money buying her an iPad mini. And with me buying her an iPad mini, she has the honor of having a dad that's a IT security somewhat guru. I ain't gonna overinflate my skills, but with me knowing what I know in IT security, more specifically, that I am going to secure her iPad for her. That way, I can reduce some of the things that the world will naturally introduce her to from all of the dangers and stuff that's on the internet. So, I thought with me attempting to lock hers and secure her iPad, I'll take this time to show other parents what I do and some of the software I use and some of the steps that I go through. And I hope y'all take away from it and definitely help y'all protect y'all kids as well. But as always, as always, shots out Loki. Like show Loki some love. All right, so for the security app or the security website that I use, it's an application, but I use Custodio, and Custodio was one of the most user friendly parental control apps. And I mean, I really like it. It's very user friendly. It has a very basic, very plain graphical user interface. So you look on here to tell you how much time that the child spent and everything. So I just set this up. I just created an account. So first you have to go in there and create an account and download the app to your child's phone, and then you can download a different app to your phone to control it. But I want to use the web interface for this video. So right now everything is blank. So everything is blank, and we're going to test a lot of these features out. So you can go down here. You can set daily limits for how long your child can stay on, how long they can be on their device. I will just do 6 hours for tomorrow. See how that goes. Restricted times. You can set up different restricted times when they can and when they can't use it. And this is pretty cool. So you just click these boxes. Just click these boxes for and read out the times that they don't need it. But I'm not going to configure that right now. Do you have web filtering? And you scroll down to the bottom. These are all the ones that they already have. Block gambling sites, proxies, and loopholes. So proxies and loopholes are what we used to use in school to get past the school's filters. So we would use different proxies we would go to a proxy and put the website in. That way we'll bypass all the measures that schools use to block us. So this actually disables those loopholes. Then sites with violence, weapons, profanity, mature content, pornography, drugs, tobacco. So we're actually going to test this. I'm going to test this on her iPad just to show you that it works. So, and just to add some more stuff, she doesn't need the news. So let's click here and block. Like, I don't need her seeing the fly on Vice President Pence's head. She don't need to see the debates. Let's go travel. Where is she going? So, and I'm just playing around with this, just showing you different things that it will block. Social networks, definitely. Let's block social networks. Okay, so we got those blocked. Oh, and you can come up here and add exceptions. So I'll play with that later. YouTube monitoring, browser access. So this basically just, we'll go back to the summary with YouTube monitoring. So right here, it'll tell you what she searched and what she watched, or he or she searched or watched on YouTube. I think that's cool. Apps. So enable application controls. Block access every time. Settings. Pretty cool. Also has a call and SMS monitoring, so you will be able to look on here and see, or on your app and see who your child has called, who they're messaging, what they said. So I think that's pretty cool. So now I really want to try out the web filtering. So we're going to take a break from here and we're going to go to her iPad and let's try to reach some of these. Let's try to reach some of this content and see if it blocks it. All right, so we have our Studio account set up and we made the configurations for all the websites that we wanted blocked. Some of them are pre-configured and some of them we came in, I made the adjustments myself. So now let's test it out. So we clicked on, we didn't want her to have any access to any news. So let's first try CNN.com. And this is on my daughter's iPad. Okay, so CNN.com is blocked. Success. That wasn't pre-checked. So now let's try FoxNews.com and let's see the results we get. Let's see if it's biased towards Republican or Democratic news media. All right, FoxNews.com was blocked. So now let's try a alcoholic beverage site. That was one that was already checked. So let's try this one. All right, so we can't get Ciroc. She can't go order Ciroc. That's good. Okay. Let's do a Google search. Let's do alcoholic beverages. If I can maneuver through this. Not translation. Okay. So now let's scroll down and pick a random gambling site. Let's do casino.org. Block. And gambling site was also another one that was already pre-checked. If I'm not mistaken, I think gambling was already pre-checked. So this is just to show y'all that some of the pre-configured website categories, how that works, and that this to prove that they do work, and then to show you the additional changes that we made. All right, so I originally showed you how to do it with Studio, how to restrict different things and all the features that Studio has. And Studio is a phenomenal software. It's a phenomenal software. But the way Apple likes to do things, Apple likes to use their own proprietary software, and you'll probably get you'll get more functionality using Apple's functions, using Apple software. So what I am going to do is I'm going to screen record myself restricting different things on my daughter's iPad using screen time. So we'll come here to screen time and we'll go down to content and privacy restrictions. Let's enable that and you put in whatever code you want to. I will use that one, and let's go down to, you can go to iTunes app and store purchases. Like if you don't want them installing apps, click do not allow. But I allow her to install apps, but since she's on my family care plan, anything that she installs has to come to me. Like I have to put in my password on my Apple device for her to actually install it. And same thing with in-app purchases. If you got a problem with your kid downloading stuff, just don't allow. But like I said, I will allow it because I have other restrictions in place, and that don't require it. It shouldn't require her to put in her password. So let's go to allow apps. So she doesn't need email. Safari, why should she be on the internet? But I will enable Safari. FaceTime, she FaceTimes me and her mother. Outstanding. So let's go to content restrictions. So you have a lot of different options here. So movies, let's go to movies. I only want her watching PG movies. Let's go to music. She shouldn't have a music profile on here. TV shows, let's go down to PG. And it's a lot of different things. A lot of different functions that Apple offers in general. Web content, limited adult websites. You can come in here and manually restrict any website, or you can manually add any website. But I like the fact that Studio has a category of websites that I could just click on, as you seen earlier. We can come down to web search content, don't allow. And multiplayer games, if you don't want your kids playing different multiplayer games with other people, other kids, then you can come in here and allow with friends only, don't allow. But again, it's like so many options. It's so many options. Screen recording, nearby multiplayer, private messaging. Let's not allow private messaging. So, and all of these options right here are for gaming center. So it's a lot of different ways and a lot of different things that you can do to secure your kids' Apple devices. And I like using a combination of different things. I like using the different softwares that third party companies offer, and I also like using some of the features that Apple requires. I'm saying I like it, but at times Apple doesn't really give you a choice. But this would conclude my video. This would conclude me and Loki's video. On how to secure the iPad. And I definitely hope that I provided some type of value for you guys. So definitely, until Loki wakes up, we'll see you again.